All right, we are here again, this time in audio form.
Yo, 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 what's up, everybody?
I'm Tucker, and you are
Wyatt.
And we are predicting box office for the winter and spring season of 2019.
Getting ready for the new year. Isn't that nuts?
I mean, less than a year ago, we were revealing our spring box office predictions for this year.
Yep.
We know how that turned out.
Yeah, usually so far it's starting to go a little better your way.
I haven't been keeping tabs on who's ahead
It-
now, but
It's really been either you right on the money or somewhere right in the middle of ours. And then me just left in the dust in most cases. Because I usually tend to take a risk, take a chance here and there. And it doesn't always pay off. I tried to dial it back a little this time. But yeah, as always, we like to jump the gun a little bit, get things started early. We've still got a couple months left in 2018, but we are always looking on the horizon, looking toward the future.
and part of this is really just to see which one of us is closest and not
Not definitive numbers. Because more often than not, when we're, say, like a week or two to the official release of any said movie, that I usually look at my numbers and I'm like, no way, nah.
that's the whole point, just see how close we can get this far ahead.
And in some cases, like it's rewarding when there's that one example here and there where you're 100% correct, however many months ahead. Every now and then that happens, and then it feels so
Sweet.
And we will go more into any times that has happened in last year's predictions with another video in the future when this year gets all wrapped up.
Yeah, covering this year. I don't know how long it'll take us, because I'll want to make sure that the worldwide numbers get as close as they're going to get. That might be around April or something.
Because especially what is almost always the case is Japan, they hold off their releases for US movies for a long time, especially the animated ones. It seems like there's a chance ones like Wreck-It Ralph and Mary Poppins won't even release there till April, and there's a chance that could add another 100 million to the final numbers. So
Yeah.
that's what happened with Frozen, that it was huge in Japan but didn't open till March of the next year. So then that added another 200 to its total, making it the highest grossing animated film of all time. Which it might not have been before it hit Japan. But anywho, off topic.
Took about that long for Frozen to get to 400 in the US as well.
Yeah. Because around that time, they had those sing-along re-releases.
Yep.
You were there on opening night of the sing-along re-release.
Let it go.
Right?
Let it go.
Well said. No, that is unfounded. We don't attend sing-alongs.
No.
Unless it's Frozen. No. On the record, we did not go to the sing-along of Frozen.
No.
But we did go see it 3 times in the theater.
We did.
Which is no bad thing.
No. Okay, but on to
the actual topic of this video. Okay. Sorry, I like to ramble.
Yes, it's fine.
We're not just here to talk about box office, we're here to talk about movies.
And speaking of movies,
Yes.
first on our list is Glass.
What is Glass, Tucker?
Should we tell people, or does everybody already basically know? I mean, there's several trailers out already, so
Yeah,
might
but
as well.
just with this is just such a unique example. Just how is this movie even happening is what I'm wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Back when Split was coming out, had no idea that it was gonna link to previous M. Night movies. Just thought it was gonna be its
Mark
own
Wahlberg
thing.
shows up and doesn't know what's going on.
Okay, that is my deepest disappointment with this, that he did not show up in any of these trailers, and unless that's gonna be the twist at the end of this, that like in the middle of Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson and McAvoy all battling it out, then the dust settles and it seems like everything's gonna wrap up, and then Marky Mark pops up. Hey guys, what's going on? What? No. Just I need that in my life. But anyway, so Split and Unbreakable, two big M. Night movies coming together. So it's technically yet another superhero movie, but this one, in my opinion, seems to break away from the rest of the pack. That it doesn't seem like just another superhero movie. This is more unique. I'm curious to see what you are thinking.
Yeah, I looked back at those other movies and was like, they made some money, right?
Yep.
So
Split was a unexpected hit.
oh yeah, and I will read all my numbers first, and they'll be on the left of the screen, and then Wyatt will read his, and they'll be on the right.
Right.
Maybe, we're not looking at a screen right now, so hopefully that'll be the way it works out.
I am staring off into the middle distance.
Okay.
Marky Mark's there. He's waving hi.
Oh no. What? No, I missed the opportunity. We predict for opening weekend total in the U.S. and then U.S. I just bumped the mic. Sorry. A U.S. total and worldwide total.
Yep.
So opening weekend for Glass, I'm going 65.
Okay.
And U.S. total, I'm going 220.
Wow.
Worldwide, 450.
Yeah, pretty much on the same page that this is indeed gonna be a pretty big hit, I would imagine. That fans of Unbreakable really piquing their interest, and then Split had a lot of good buzz around that. I am going with an opening weekend of 74. I'm thinking that it will be a huge event for the fans, sort of like most superhero movies, that then might be a little front loaded and have a US total of 181 and worldwide of 430. So not too far off from yours.
No, not at all.
And just last weekend, watching the Halloween reboot that brings back Jamie Lee Curtis hit big.
Watching the box office
Huge
numbers.
Numbers, correct.
I was like, wait, you didn't watch that, did you?
I'm not into horror movies, as are you. So no, not watching the movie. Watching it unfold, that become a huge hit. That I'm expecting similar things with Bruce Willis, who, like Jamie Lee, isn't really knocking out hit movie after hit movie in recent years, but if you put them in the right project, it could be something pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is that project. And it's Blumhouse. Blumhouse is unstoppable lately.
They're the horror movie house of horrors.
I guess. We'll see how horrific this gets. I'm not expecting much, but
Not really, but,
we'll see.
Can M. Night scare us anymore?
A sequel to The Last Airbender. I think that would do it.
Yeah, it'll scare everyone.
Indeed.
The next one would be the long-awaited sequel to
Very.
the Lego Movie.
I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah, I wanted to say something about the directors. Anyway, I can't even remember who they chose to direct now. I'm sorry.
So instead of going with Lord and Miller, who directed the previous one and were highly praised for their efforts with the first Lego movie, now they're going with the director of Shrek the Fourth, most recently directed Trolls.
Oh.
So I'd say a step down.
Yeah, a little.
Which is what I'm expecting in every sense from this movie in terms of quality and box office. Just at the very least a step down from the previous one. Since in the middle of these two we had the spin-offs, Lego Batman and Ninjago, that didn't necessarily light the world on fire in the box office world.
Yeah, they each decreased significantly from the Lego movie.
Especially Ninjago, which I don't think that will affect this official sequel that badly.
And Ninjago had the most prominent TV series, didn't it?
Yeah, which that just further proves our theory that when your major animated release has a TV series currently running, that doesn't go well in your favor. Usually the DreamWorks sequels like Kung Fu Panda and Dragons, they've got series going on, and then their movies kind of underperform.
Okay, so Lego movie, the whatever it's called, I can't remember.
The second part.
Okay, I forgot.
Yeah. Kind of clever title.
Yeah, I'm not dissing the title. I just don't have it written down here. I just have Lego Movie 2.
Yeah.
Okay, an opening weekend of 56.
Okay, so right around Lego Batman then.
Mm-hmm. And a US of 190 and a worldwide of 360.
Ooh, big come down.
What do you got?
Okay, I am going lower than the originals, 69 with a 60, so above yours. 196 US, and again the original did like 250 US. It was much bigger here than overseas, and then a slight uptick overseas with 498.
All right, bigger than me,
because it really is kind of the only big movie in February. At least it was until Dragons moved up a week. But there's not much else going on.
What month did the original Lego movie come out in?
February.
Okay.
As did Lego Batman.
So it's this, but that was the same year as Dragons 2, so they're both competing again.
Right, but yeah, back in 2014 there were several months in between those two, and now it's only a couple weeks. I don't know why they bumped Dragons up. The first week of March, it would have been sitting by itself without any major anime competition.
Mm-hmm.
But so just to further the point that there's not much else going on in February, what is our next movie?
The long-awaited ALITA Battle Angel. We've predicted for this so many times.
I'm getting tired of it. But I'm just taking it as a warning sign. The amount of times this thing has moved. It was supposed to come out this summer, then this December, and now it's February, which it rightly should have moved from December because it was going to get creamed anyway. But I mean, moving it to February just brings up another sci-fi bomb in my mind, Jupiter Ascending. It got moved from its cushy summer release date into February, and that did it no favors. So a little bit of foreshadowing there and what I'm thinking.
And yeah, I have a little note here that I would be highly surprised if this didn't get either pushed again or moved to Netflix or something.
Exactly. Taking into account the fact that it is a Fox release and we really have no idea what they're going to do with the current Fox blockbusters when Disney takes full control of the company. Mm-hmm. Since it is now Disney's to command, or pretty soon. Rumors are that they might take it over by the very beginning of next year, maybe.
Hmm.
So what'll happen to ALITA or the current X-Men movies, we do not know.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Surely they won't just throw out movies that they've already spent money on. But they are Disney, so they could afford it.
Yeah. But I mean, can they now that they spent that much on Fox to begin with?
And maybe with Alita, James Cameron has enough sway that he wants to keep it in theaters if he's a theater buff or something.
Right. I would expect that. That's why a move to Netflix would shock me, but another move on the schedule wouldn't. So. But yeah, now that you bring that up, we've had how many movies that we had previously predicted, then a short while later, gets moved to Netflix. And I'm just waiting to see if any of the ones we are talking about today, if that's gonna go the same way for them. But so, what are you thinking for ALITA?
I think I changed mine from what I had predicted for December.
I did also, yeah, because
it's not gonna have the same hold.
No, those December legs, the multipliers are not a factor here.
I have an opening weekend of 13.
Okay.
A US total of 33, and worldwide of 150.
I'm going just a little higher than you for the first two. Opening 16, US 44. Because again, there's not much else going on in February. Like maybe there's some chick flicks, romantic comedies that'll do big for Valentine's Day, but no like blockbusters. But then worldwide 310, just in case it breaks out in China. You never know with China.
Now we move on to the special event, the most anticipated movie of the spring season.
At the very least, yeah.
For me.
Yeah, on this list. Yeah, like Captain Marvel, a close second for me, but I mean, I hope people treat this like an event, because just the previous two How to Train Your Dragons, they're so good. Why wouldn't it's being billed as the event, the end of it all? Come see how it all ends. Come on, guys. Because I was so shocked and bewildered that the second one wasn't at least somewhat a Shrek 2. Not as big, like becoming one of the biggest movies of all time, but just compared to the first one, like a huge uptick. Instead, it went down from the first one. I'm like, what are you guys doing? We did our part, at least. Talking about seeing Frozen 3 times. We saw this one 4?
I think I just saw
or just
3. I don't know if you would have seen it more than me. I think I just saw 3.
Now I'm recalling the only movie I've seen 4 times in the theater was Thor Ragnarok, because that one's just so much fun. But I would have seen this one 4 times if
it was still playing in theaters.
Movies leave our local theaters pretty quick.
So How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World.
Yes.
And I am once again pessimistic, because once again this has had constant Netflix TV shows.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
So I have a saddening opening weekend of 39.
Oh, that is saddening.
A US
that would hurt.
150, and a worldwide of 550.
Okay. Yeah. Like a part of me knows that could very well happen. That just look at the Kung Fu Panda series. That the third one, like, really. I'm surprised even Kung Fu Panda couldn't hold the numbers, because those don't get as deep as dragons do. Like, especially the third one was billed as a lot more kid-friendly, and was. But yeah, and then watching this summer, Hotel Transylvania 3 almost making as much as How to Train Your Dragon 2 in the US, and much more than Kung Fu Panda 3 did. But I don't really think the January release of Panda did it any favors. But going up against Lego could hurt dragons, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Like, your guesses there very much could happen. I'm almost expecting that. But I'm hoping that the hardcore fans will be enough to see, at the very least, a slight uptick from the second one. But, so the second one opened to 49. I'm going 50. Just ever so slightly. And then hoping for some amount of legs, 180. Slightly above the second one. And then 560 worldwide, which would be a downturn. But so you are choosing not to watch any more trailers for this one, correct?
Try not to, yeah. I'm not. I don't want to be too obsessed with it, like put myself through pain in order to do it. But
Sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid trailers for movies that I know I want to see anymore. That I only watch.
Like The Grinch.
That's the exception.
I had to, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Either movies I absolutely don't want to see any footage from, or movies that I absolutely want to see and don't want to see any footage from.
I just bring that up because there was a brand new trailer for this one just a day or two ago. And ever since the first trailer came out, I was waiting for whenever they had another trailer to just have the entire thing set to music from the series. Because the first trailer starts with it and then goes into a generic pop song. And I'm like, okay, you're just going to have the music this time, right? And same thing as before, trailer starts with the theme of Stoic's funeral.
Oh no. Spoilers.
Great. Watch How to Train Your Dragon 2. Gosh. If you didn't watch it, that stinks. I'm sorry, but you have only yourself to blame at this point. But so yeah, and then goes from that to a cover of Tom Petty's Learning to Fly.
And is it a Poppy cover?
Yes. I mean, flying, dragons, sure, whatever. But Tom Petty with How to Train Your Dragon? I mean, I love Tom Petty as much as the next guy, but How to Train Your Dragon? You have the perfect
music. If it
music,
was like a Celtic rendition, it would be like...
I don't know who would come up with that, but sure, give it a shot. But no, it wasn't that.
I wish, but you know. Anywho.
Okay. Good luck, dragons. We're counting on you.
I'm sorry for not believing in you. I guessed 115 million for an opening weekend last time, and I'm never not doing it again.
I mean, I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Just come on, guys. Everyone loved the first one. It just made sense.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Only Pixar can pull off those long belated sequels to opening to huge numbers. DreamWorks is never gonna do that again, it seems like.
Yep. Captain Marvel,
yes.
Yeah,
so Marvel's first big attempt, now counting Ant-Man and the Wasp, for a female-led superhero movie.
And setting up for Avengers 4. She's the missing link, apparently. Spoilers.
Apparently, yeah. I'm spoilers to what I'm thinking, sorta. But I'm wondering if that'll really help this movie out. But...
And also, if they sell a lot, that Sam Jackson's in it a lot with the de-aging technology.
I'm expecting some kind of like theatrically released featurette, like in the big city, like pre-shows, letting people know, hey, look what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm still optimistic about it because Marvel hasn't made too many missteps yet.
No, yeah.
I just thought the trailer could have been better for this, like the first trailer could have been better.
Which I've noticed, it seems like split, that half are like you thinking, could have been better, and then half were like me, like, that was pretty darn good, wasn't it? I thought it was anyway.
It could have been better.
I agree with that, but I also, like, I've watched it 3 times at least by now, and each time I'm like, man, I'm psyched for it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like something different, and that's kind of just what I want from any superhero movie now. Just something different, something new.
Numbers.
Yes.
For Captain Marvel. Opening weekend of 120.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
US of 370. And a worldwide of 815.
Dang. I thought I went overboard.
Maybe I went too overboard.
No, I'm expecting this to be a big hit, but I wanted to go that high, but I was still like, Marvel hasn't been able to hit numbers like that for a completely new character. Like, people were already introduced to Black Panther when that movie came out and went big.
Of course, this isn't as big as Black Panther, though.
No, and no one should expect that. But, like, excluding Black Panther, like, any solo Marvel movie where this is the first movie with this character in it, that, yeah, nothing has reached those kinds of numbers. So I was hesitant to go that big, even though I was tempted. But just slightly smaller than yours. 110 opening, 320 total, 768 worldwide.
Yeah.
But most people out there are expecting $1 billion from this one, which could happen. Not expecting it, but it wouldn't surprise me either.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just a little hesitant to call it right now. But then again, March is kind of small this year too. The entire pre-summer release schedule got a lot smaller than it was like a year ago. Like, big movies like Godzilla moved to summer.
It's 2019 already. Dang it.
All done with Marvel?
I think so. And then I was surprised you wanted to predict for this next one, but we're like, heck with it.
Yeah, like, most of the other animated ones on this list, not expecting much. Just they're kind of more on our radar than anyone else's.
Mm-hmm. Not that I'm going to rush out to theaters to see this one. It's just Paramount Animation, their next, or their attempt. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Haven't really attempted
their
too
next
much.
Attempt at a big movie.
Wonder Park.
Yes. What is Wonder Park? We don't really know.
It's a park, magical theme park in the woods with talking animals.
It's a park. Animals.
Yeah, I still wish that there was a I think before the trailer came out, someone was I think playing around on Wikipedia. And
right.
And had the synopsis that it took place in Soviet Russia, and I was like, oh my gosh, a girl in Soviet Russia finds a theme park in the woods, and it's like her escape from the horrors of the Russian oppression. And I was like pumped for it, but then it turned out not to be about Soviet Russia. So
sadly, I would applaud any major animated studio for attempting something like that.
I know.
But someone must have been having fun that day on Wikipedia, because it disappeared the next day after you read it.
Yeah, it disappeared when the trailer popped up, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I I was looking forward to that.
It would be a different experience.
I was
for
not.
sure.
I was kind of unbelieving, but
Uh-huh.
I was sad. Oh well, it's for the kids, I guess.
All right. Gotta have stuff for the kids. But so, how many kids are you expecting to show up for Wonder Park?
All 11 million of them.
Okay.
Opening weekend of 11,
Mm-hmm.
U.S. 42, and worldwide of 92.
Okay. And you realize 11 million kids wouldn't actually translate to $11 million, right, Tucker?
Translate to $2 million.
Sure.
I don't know.
Closer, probably. Yeah, I'm not expecting much from this, mainly because any of the smaller anime studios don't usually tend to break out with their movies.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not Illumination, DreamWorks, or Disney, you tend to have pretty rough luck. So 15, 58 US, 114 worldwide, so just slightly above yours. Yeah, it's kid competition is kind of scarce for its release. Like, it's got some breathing room in between Dragons and our next movie, but look at this year, Sherlock Gnomes, which of course who would go to that anyway, but it had no kid competition and it didn't exactly break out. But then again, it was Sherlock Gnomes.
Yeah. Didn't they gnome? Oh, sorry.
But yeah, so you were pretty much guessing numbers like pretty close to gnomes, correct?
Maybe.
Tweaking my numbers this morning, I had just re-looked. I wanted to remind myself just how big of a hit Sherlock Gnomes was. But yeah, but I just thought this has got to be at least bigger than that, right? So then, but yes, then there will be more kid competition shortly thereafter.
Yes. With the flying elephant himself, Dumbo, from Tim Burton.
Uh-huh.
And
which I don't know how many people are tired of Tim at this point.
Tim.
I feel like a lot of people are, but I sure love this trailer.
And there's only been one.
Only the one, yes. I'm expecting another one. Nutcracker comes out next week. At least in between Nutcracker and Mary Poppins, there's bound to be another. But
another what between
trailer?
Oh, trailer. Okay, I thought it was like I didn't know. My mind. Sorry.
Another what, Tucker? Another what? But anyway, yeah, just we've seen this trailer in theaters 10 times now at least, and haven't got tired of it yet. It's a really good trailer.
Yeah,
But,
I'll wait and see.
Sure. Good trailers do not translate to good movies. That I'm not the most positive person on any of these Disney remakes.
Maybe a better than Alice, but
at the very least. But gosh, it's the only one like I genuinely I like that movie. It's the only one. Jungle Book.
I think so. Not really too positive on any of the others.
I know a lot of people love Peach Dragon. I was I liked Christopher Robin well enough, but it didn't like blow my world or anything.
It's not trying to remake.
No,
anything.
but I would lump it in the same category.
You would?
It's a new revamp on Disney classic material, so not everyone does.
Yeah, I'm not trying to diss.
For this
I'm not trying to diss that one. That one was good because I wasn't lumping it in the same category.
But at the same time, I kind of forgot about it after a week too. That Jungle Book was the only. Oh, you guys were really trying for that one.
So Dumbo, from Tim.
No Johnny this time.
Might actually
Johnny's
make money
not
now.
playing Dumbo.
No, I guess Alice made money, but that was the last money Johnny ever made. Was it? Was it that his last hit?
I'd have to say so. Yeah, like the last Pirates movie was technically a hit, but took a severe drop over here. But Pirates movies always make money overseas anyway. But on to Dumbo.
An opening weekend of 40
Okay.
US, 120 worldwide, 400.
All right. Yeah, getting ready for making this list, I was doing like the best and worst case scenario for all these, and your numbers were almost exactly what my lower end expectations.
Lower?
Was.
No.
You expected to do worse than your numbers?
Yes. I expected. I don't know.
I mean, Dumbo's a popular enough character, and I mean, it's a cute little CGI elephant.
I guess it's cute.
And
I don't know.
of course, part of this is expecting it to be, like, at the very least, like, certified fresh, good.
Maybe. We'll
Like,
see.
Or not certified, but at least, like, a fresh Rotten Tomatoes meter.
70? 75?
At the very least,
77?
70 maybe. I don't know, Tucker. But anyway, point is, the past Disney remakes did not always have good reviews, and they still made money. But I'm going 64. Opening.
Oh. Okay.
188. 608.
Seriously.
So we kind of represent the lower and higher ends of expectations.
I think I'm the mid range.
I would be shocked at a 30 million opening for this.
Boo.
You pessimist, you.
Yes. I mean, it's.
I am in certain cases. But
Is this? This is their first remake of a extremely old product.
Oh, it's got to be the oldest one they've done. Because
Well, I mean,
otherwise it would be Alice, which was at least a good decade after.
and they didn't
original
even make
Dumbo.
the original Wizard of Oz, so that would technically be older than Dumbo. The original
Yeah,
Wizard of
yeah.
Oz, but-
I lump Oz the Great and Powerful in the same arena as
Mhm.
their remakes, but I do not count Wizard of Oz as like the
A ridge.
that they're more making Oz just to make Oz. I was kind of going a lower scenario compared to that one. That one almost opened to $80 million.
No.
That's surprising. But Wizard of Oz was not a popular thing overseas. I don't know if Dumbo is either, but I mean, flying elephants are a little easier to sell, maybe.
I guess.
And it does have an all-star cast. Everyone loves Keaton.
Keaton.
Not to say he's a huge box office draw, but it helps.
Mm-hmm.
On from Dumbo. I don't really want to talk about this one.
Shazam!
Oh.
Alright.
I'm for one thing, I'm getting tired of all the superhero movies. I'm not tired of what Marvel does. Marvel's fine, but just everyone else is scrambling so hard to keep up with Marvel and trying to do the same things, usually to much poorer results, quality-wise, and just...
Which, at least, I think I'm a little bit more okay with what DC's doing now, and that they're just trying to put out solo movies and not try to build up to some big team up anymore.
Yeah, but their current batch that are coming out, I don't think look that great either. I know a lot of people are like really anticipating Aquaman and this and thought the trailers looked really good. I don't. I think the trailers look like garbage. I think there's potential for fun for Shazam.
Shazam, I'm not sure. I think it could be pretty terrible, but Aquaman, I'm just like, it might be watchable.
I don't know. I've just been burnt so many times with DC. I don't want to care. I don't want to put any investment.
I don't care either. But
yes.
Either way.
I just thought the trailer looked kind of tacky myself. That's not to stop it from being a big hit. But before, like, talking about release date changes, I thought it was going to be a death match between this and the film that was supposed to come out a week later, the Dr. Dolittle reboot with Robert Downey Jr. I thought comparing the two movies, that would have a better chance of coming out on top than Shazam, but now they moved that to 2020, so it's not a problem anymore. Don't have to talk about that for another year.
Mm-hmm.
But so now Shazam's got the entire month of April to itself,
Basically.
unless Marvel moves Avengers up to last week of April like they did with Infinity War,
Which for comic book movies, Hellboy's in there too, but it not that it's a huge competition, but
yeah, I'm spoiling my prediction for that.
you don't have to go in there.
I'm not expecting much for Hellboy.
Okay.
Shazam's really the only big movie I see, and usually there's at least one big movie in April that kind of owns the month. Last year was Quiet Place. Maybe next year we'll have another Quiet Place that I don't realize it's coming out till a month before it does, and then it knocks everyone's socks off. But yeah, what are you thinking for Shazam?
This is another one I was like, I don't want to go off my opinions, but because casual audiences probably think it's a fun little movie.
Kind of what I'm expecting too.
So I got an opening weekend of 52,
Okay.
US of 145, and a worldwide of 490.
Okay. I'm just bracing for impact. We just saw Venom come in and break records.
Break all the records.
And it's looking at probably 200 million US. Could make more than Justice League worldwide. And I'm just thinking, I'm tired of superhero movies. No one else is. It's gonna take a long time for anyone else to get sick of them. But so yeah, since it's basically got no competition until Avengers, 78 opening, US 208, worldwide 580.
That is a little higher than me.
Yeah, just figured it'd be better to expect it than have like Venom. I'm like, this movie looks like trash. It's gonna be trash. It's not gonna have good critical reviews, so it's not gonna open to $80 million, and then it did. I'm like, oh yeah, people don't always agree with critics, which isn't bad.
Which Shazam is not Venom.
Venom's a more popular character, yes, which is why I'm not expecting it to open bigger than Venom, but
It's basically about the same, right?
Pretty close, yeah. But DC still has a lot of fans, and it looks like Venom to casual audiences looked like a different kind of superhero movie. I'm expecting this to also look like a different kind of superhero movie. One that you can take more kids to, which I guess they were doing with Venom also. From what I've heard, it's a big hit with the kids. Sure was at our theater. Gosh.
Goodness. Oh, they're dancing in the aisles.
That could be one of the worst theater experiences. There's a few to compete, but just the entire row in front of us were just 12-year-old boys just throwing popcorn, couldn't sit still, jumping back and forth from seat to seat. How many times did they move? I lost track.
I don't know.
But couldn't stop talking. But I didn't care. It was Venom.
It was.
If it was anything else, I'd ask them to shush, but it was Venom.
Yes.
So, yeah, going on to the rest of our list, it's all kind of small stuff from here.
Yeah, we got just through the sequel to Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah, just threw that in there because it's on our radar, and
Yep.
it's Shaun the Sheep. It deserves a little recognition.
It's not going to make much money, but
No. How much do you expect?
you got Aliens now with the end of the Farmageddon.
Yeah, we just need to acknowledge the fact I don't think any movie next year is going to have a better title than Shaun the Sheep Farmageddon. That's the best thing I've ever heard.
Hopefully they don't change it.
Oh, they better not. Oh, gosh. They better not.
I know.
Don't scare me like that, Tucker. Anyway, so... yeah. What are you expecting?
About regular Aardman. I can't remember what the first one made. I looked it all up when I made my numbers.
The original did open on Wednesday, so the weekend numbers were a little hard to compare for if this one opens regular Friday.
Okay. Well, that doesn't matter now, I guess.
Whoops. I did my research.
Maybe. I can't remember if I knew that when I was making the numbers or not. Anyway, I'm guessing an opening weekend of 6 million.
Okay.
US total of 23.
Okay.
And a worldwide of 118.
Okay. Going about half you. 3.
Oh.
10.
Oh.
And 105 worldwide.
Oh.
Aardman movies make almost all their money in the UK, and stop motion hasn't really done so well here lately.
Which having 2 of them in April. So.
Yeah, which wouldn't surprise me if either one of these move.
Be too bad for us, you know.
Yep. Just another day.
Another day, another schedule change.
Yep. At the same time, I don't see why they'd move, because not a whole bunch else going on.
Yep.
Though there is a large amount of kid competition in this frame, especially compared to this last year. Like, in terms of kids movies, it's like, again, Sherlock Gnomes, Peter Rabbit,
Sherlock Gnomes,
Paddington. Poor Paddington.
Poor Paddington.
Paddington got the short stick.
I know.
Did Paddington make less than Sherlock Gnomes? At least here, it's possible.
So sad.
Not much more. Anyway.
Paddington deserves better.
Paddington, if that doesn't get some kind of Oscar recognition, I'm talking just one award, just anything. I'm not expecting Best Picture. Best Picture would be awesome. I'm not expecting it. Just Paddington doesn't.
They pull it out of the envelope. Best Picture goes to Paddington 2.
No. It's the La La Land snafu all over again, but it's the other movie they announce. And then wait guys, we got it wrong. The real winner is Paddington. That's how it goes.
Aww.
Because then it's
someone would get fired.
Happy. Yeah. They'd be done away with.
Oh,
Just this week I realized, did no one use that pun when that happened? When Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway announced the award? I don't recall seeing anyone say that. So I thought I better throw it out there just in case. I'm sorry.
Puns.
Okay, so we've got a new HellBoy coming out. Does anyone care? I'm intrigued, but just as a general audience question, does anyone care? I wish that we would have had a trailer by now. We should have. They released it at New York Comic Con a couple of weeks ago. Huh. Other people got to see it, not us.
What was the reaction? I was not reading up on it.
The little I saw, it was sort of positive, but not very many people were talking about it.
Oh, that's not a good
the
sign.
one thing I saw, what did it say? It said there was gory action and zany humor. which sounds about the same from the
another
previous
red and super anti-hero or something.
Yeah. But I mean the original movies were zany.
Yeah, there's zany
that's why I love the first Hellboy, because it's hilarious. The second one tried. I know a lot of people like the second one. It just felt like a Guardians 2 compared to Guardians for me. I know a lot of people like the second Guardians, but that was kind of, I can't keep this going. I wish I could, but anyway, yeah, I just prefer the original Hellboy a lot
Yeah,
more.
I do too.
The second one, it felt like something was missing. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Just they were trying stuff that just didn't work for me. But I feel like the original Hellboy is quite underrated.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just I feel like Hellboy isn't the kind of character that can really pop in this day and age of getting a superhero movie every other week. That this might be the one that most people don't really care about.
Mm-hmm.
But so, where are you going with this one?
Oh, I have an opening weekend of 30 million,
Okay.
a US of 78, and a worldwide of 180.
Sure. Yeah, I was tempted to go something like that. Again, a trailer would give me a better, just knowing what to expect from this, if it looked any good or not.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to figure out where to go, I kind of decided to go with something like Dark Tower.
I can't even remember what that made.
Pretty much the numbers I'm gonna give you: 20 opening weekend, US 54, worldwide 120. Just that a movie that has some credibility going up to its release, but then might not be something anyone really cares about.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with those numbers. I just...
Yeah, there's always a chance the nerds could, and I'm included, could raise the numbers a little higher.
I might have had more to talk about if I would have done my numbers more recently. I did them a couple weeks ago. Haven't looked at them much since.
I mean, most of these numbers are just rattling around my head to begin with.
Yeah.
But, so, finishing it up is another movie I do wish we had a trailer for to know what to expect. The new one from Laika Animation. Missing Link, they say it's called.
Yep. That's what they say.
Their last movie was Kubo and the Two Strings, which a lot of people really loved. I really liked it myself.
Yes, I did too.
So, yeah, I'm not expecting another Kubo, because that was like a 1 in a million kind of outcome. And no, I have not seen all of Laika's films either. Is Coraline the only other one?
I think so. That one was about what I expected.
Yeah.
Wasn't really... I watched it because I felt like I was obligated to.
I know a lot of people were saying great things about it. Anything I saw from it, I was like, it doesn't look like my thing. I watch it, it wasn't my kind of thing. But I'd watch Paranorman if I had the opportunity. I think they took it off Netflix. If it was on Netflix, I would have watched it by now, probably. But it's not one I'm like rushing out to go see, even though I've also heard good things about that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, just kind of expecting most people to not really care about any new stop motion release, which is a little sad. But I am expecting the Laika name to help it make some money, at least.
Yep.
That might appeal more to adults than kids, anyway. But so, what do you think?
I am thinking an opening weekend of 15.
Oh wow, so a little higher, or yeah, a little higher than Kubo then.
Maybe. I did my numbers a while back, so I can't remember what the comparisons were.
Kubo opened to 11 million.
Oh, really?
Pretty small. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
It had a lot of summer competition, though.
And a U.S. total of 55.
Okay.
And a worldwide of 95.
Okay. And I'm going a little lower than you all across the board. Opening 10. U.S. 38. Worldwide 70.
We did not have a single tie.
No, we didn't.
Sometimes that happens, but it did not happen this time.
Just sometimes it's nice to know that we're exactly on the same page. Yeah, it's kind of surprising when that happens too. And like every time we do this, we don't cover all the movies. There's a couple I'm expecting to be much bigger than anything on this list, like Jordan Peele's new movie.
Didn't know much about that, so that's why that wasn't on the list.
Exactly. That just because we don't bring up a movie, that doesn't mean it's not gonna be a big hit. Like our last video with the fall and seasonal 2018, like I had forgotten to mention that I figured The Nun and Halloween would be some of the biggest movies of those months, but we didn't talk about them because, for one, we're not really big into horror.
Yeah.
So
sometimes we do a couple horror movies, but yeah, we don't usually like to.
It all depends if they're on our personal radar. Like whenever we get to it at chapter 2, we're going to talk about that because that's obviously going to be one of the bigger movies of that season. But we shouldn't be talking about that one for a while then, but who knows? We're talking about 2019 already, so.
Yeah, because that's going to be in our several videos from now. Because we'll do a summer first and then looking back at 18 video and then
grading how we did.
Oh, I'm tired. All right. Oh yeah, and for the record, this is October 27th as of this recording.
Yep.
So some things that we might get trailers that I'll put in the video if I can for movies if they come up. But that happened the last time. A bunch of trailers dropped.
Oh man,
right after we recorded.
Like a trailer for almost every single movie that we had brought up dropped. Like everything but Aquaman, I feel like. But sometimes that's how it goes.
You just gotta live with it and let it go.
Frozen has ruined that saying now, haven't they?
Let it go.
I'll take that as a yes. So, any last final thoughts? You need a nap, huh?
I guess. Oh yeah, that's why. I was gonna drink one of my V8 energy drinks before we started, and I didn't. I completely forgot. Haha, not sponsored. Yeah, that's probably why I wasn't more energetic. I was going to, so I'd be more energetic.
Yeah. Well, you go take your nap.
I'll probably have to start editing.
Oops.
And we live a life of workers.
Tucker never sleeps.
I don't sleep much.
I don't know, which do you think we'll do first? The 2018 yearly look back or summer 2019?
Might be summer 2019.
Might be.
I mean, the
By the
look
time we have all the official numbers.
The look back will probably just be for fun. Not really expecting much views on that. But...
No. Okay, Tucker's gonna take a nap, and I guess we'll be going. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you like it. Hope you like Box Office. Otherwise, you won't care.
You wouldn't have made it this far. So those of you who made it this far, Thank you.
We salute you. We thank you. We
Yeah.
pat you on the back.
If you want us to pat you on the back.
Yeah.
You may not like
we
us.
We won't touch
that.
you if you don't want us to.
Yes. Please tell us if you don't want a pat on the back.
But yeah, if you like this, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll make more just for you.
Just for you.
Yep.
Not us.
All right, goodbye.
Good night.
Good night?
Yes, I'm going.
No,
I'm
you're going.
Sleepy.
You
I
better
was
go to
sleepy.
bed. All right, good night, Tucker.
It's only 2:00.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
My day's just getting started.